It's Friday, October the 20th. What started off as an ugly day turned out to be pretty nice. And you know that means it's always good for football and barbecue.
I'm Jeff McCourt. Welcome to Texas Passions.
I'm at Gupton Stadium in Cedar Park. The Timberwolves will tangle with their district rival, the Georgetown Eagles. Carl Absek is in his third season as head coach of Cedar Park. Their first season, they went undefeated and won the state championship. In his second season as coach, the Timberwolves reeled off 12 straight wins, where they finally tasted defeat in the third round of the playoffs. They come into tonight's game with a 5-1 record. The Eagles are coached by Jason Dean. They come into this game with a 6-1 record. Their only blemish on this season was the loss to Hutto in the third week when the Hippos kicked a winning field goal with just 2 seconds left to go in the game. Current temperature is about 77, a little bit of breeze coming out of the south. It was raining this morning, but it's dry now, and there's only about a 10% chance of rain in the forecast, so we shouldn't get wet. Eagles and Timberwolves, it should be a good one.
While the teams head to the locker room to get ready for the game, let me show you how I got ready for the game earlier today. I needed to find a new barbecue joint in the Cedar Park area, so I checked on the Google and discovered Alzer BBQ. I looked at their website and saw that they are located at 1405 Whitestone Boulevard, Farm Road 1431. Just to be sure, I called them early in the day and confirmed they would be open for dinner. A couple of hours before game time, I headed to Cedar Park. I found their red trailer parked behind a Shell gas station. I ordered my usual half-pound of moist brisket and a couple of pork ribs. They do not smoke pork ribs, so I got a couple of their beef ribs instead. While my order was being readied, I walked over to the smoking shed and met Nasser, a very friendly guy. He was happy to show me his pits. He popped the top and showed me some huge turkey legs on one pit and a set of brisket smoking on the other. The oak smoke billowing out from the cookers sure smelled good. A nice young man brought out my order and set it down on one of the covered picnic tables. The brisket was fantastic. Great outer bark, deep smoky flavor. The best word to describe it is buttery, so tender you don't really need to chew it. Instead of the huge dinosaur ribs smoked by many joints in Texas, the beef ribs served at Alzer's were smaller and not as meaty. They were tasty, but you had to work to get the meat off the bone. It dawned on me that Nasser and his family might come from an ethnic tradition where the people do not cook or eat pork, thus the beef ribs. My order came with a big bottle of thick red sauce. That was a nice addition to the meal. Nasser's lovely wife Veronica treated me to a sample of something extra special you don't normally see at Texas barbecue joints: smoked quail and lamb chops. The quail was tender and tasty, with a nice spicy kick. The lamb chop was incredible, very tender with a rich, smoky flavor. Oh my goodness, that went down good. Alzer's has only been open for about 5 months, and they are serving up some incredible barbecue. I can't wait to see just how good this barbecue will be when these guys get a little more experience and figure out what it is they're doing.
This barbecue is outstanding and rates 2 hook'ems.
Georgetown took the opening kickoff and began a long drive into Cedar Park territory. Quarterback Cooper Bell scrambled for big yardage. Caden Leggett took a direct snap from center and burst through a hole for a 4-yard touchdown to give the Eagles an early 7-0 lead. The Timberwolves responded with a long drive of their own. Quarterback Max Sexton found Peyton Zawicki for a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. On 4th down, Sexton scored from 1 yard out. The game was stopped for several minutes as Sexton was doctored on. He was taken from the field on a stretcher and given a standing ovation. We learned later that he had broken his left leg and his season was over. Later in the first quarter, T-Wolves quarterback Ryan Fiala mishandled the snap, giving the Eagles a safety. After the free kick, Bell found Leggett over the middle for a 49-yard touchdown. The extra point attempt was no good, leaving the score at 15-7. In the second quarter, the T-Wolves' punt was blocked, trickled out of the end zone, giving the Eagles another safety. Georgetown took the free kick and marched downfield. Bell threw a strike to a receiver on a post pattern for a 19-yard touchdown. The extra point made it 24-7. With less than a minute before halftime, Fiala's 3rd down pass was intercepted on the Timberwolves' 28. Bell threw to Nick Crombie to move the ball to the 8. The Eagles were successful on a 23-yard field goal that made the score 27-7 at halftime. Cedar Park came out hot to start the third quarter. Fiala connected with Brandon Breed on a 5-yard touchdown to cut the lead to 27-14. Neither team could sustain a drive, and they exchanged punts as the game moved into the fourth quarter. Facing 3rd and 8, Bell hurried a pass. It was intercepted by Cole Holland and returned 78 yards for a touchdown. The pick six cut the lead to 27-21. Late in the fourth quarter, Cedar Park had to punt from deep in their end of the field. Brant McDonald boomed a 69-yard kick that was downed on the Georgetown 1-yard line. Ahead by 6, the Eagles needed to make a couple of first downs to eat up clock and claim the win. On 3rd and 2, Eric Anderson was tackled for no gain. Kicking into the wind, the Eagles' punt traveled only 12 yards, giving the Timberwolves the ball on the 21. With just 37 seconds left in the game, Fiala found Drew McDaniel on the goal line for a 3-yard touchdown. The extra point was good, and Cedar Park had their first lead of the game at 28-27. Georgetown tried to move into field goal range, but Cooper Bell was sacked as time expired, preserving the 1-point win for Cedar Park. I'm expecting a phone call from the Georgetown coaching staff asking that I quit seeing their games or at least leave them early. Their 2 losses on the season came in the closing seconds of games I attended. Then again, I could get a call from Cedar Park. With Max Sexton lost for the season, they will need quarterback help. The Timberwolves overcame 3 interceptions off Ryan Fiala to squeak out the 1-point win. It helped that their defense pitched a shutout in the second half.
That's it for this episode of Texas Passions. If you liked what you saw, please click on the thumbs up button on YouTube. Feel free to share this video with friends and family. Write something in the comment section and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Maybe you've got a team I should see or a favorite barbecue place I should try. Suggestions are always welcome. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on my logo when it pops up and go from there. You can view previous episodes of Texas Passions by clicking on the links displayed. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.